If you're thinking that renting an apartment in the centre of Taipei is just a little bit outside of your budget, wait till you hear what I'm going to tell you about. Being only around 20 minutes away, a little bit more, a little bit less, from downtown Taipei by metro, with the ability to pay 30% less rent for an apartment of a bigger size than you'll get in the central of Taipei. If you're interested, you need to hear what I've got to say. Just over a bridge in the west side of New Taipei City. So on the west side of Taipei is Sanchong District. Sanchong District can be labelled as a bit of a Wild West part of the Taipei area. It is on the west side. It's a district with the fourth highest population density in Taiwan and the 21st highest in the world. So it is densely populated. However, it is becoming more popular with business owners, with young couples, with families, with people who want to live on their own, with their own apartment space, not just a rented room, their own apartment at a cheaper cost than they would find in Taipei, with the accessibility to Taipei, which, like I said, is just over the bridge. I'm going to take a deep dive with you into it right now. Come and join me. Here we are with a mighty Taipei. I'm going to zoom in. I'm just going to give you that bird's eye view. Look, zooming in, dun, 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 just in case you don't know what Taipei looks like on the map, and you can start to see all of the metro lines. Now, the yellow line is the line we will be looking at. So as I zoom in, let's say around here is kind of downtown, although this you could say is really central to Taipei. And although it's close to New Taipei City, you can call this area New Taipei City just as well as Taipei. We can call this downtown where all the swanky bars are, nice Da'an area, the nice Xinyi district with the Taipei 101, the kind of the banking district, all of the go-to places for a bit of sightseeing. And then if you go a little bit further and follow the yellow MRT line, the metro line, let me just give you a point of reference. Here, where I'm pointing at here is Taipei main station. So that's where a lot of people come in on the metro from the airport, or everyone knows Ximen or Ximending, which is here just next to Taipei main station. Now, if you follow the map up on the red line, you got Taipei main station, up the red line, and then you stop off here at Minchen West Road. Now, then you take the yellow line across the bridge and you are into Sanchong District, which you can see here, Sanchong District, okay? Now, Sanchong District, yes, it has a bit of a reputation for being a bit of a Wild West, but it is kind of traditional Taiwanese feeling. You know what I'm trying to say? It's that Taiwanese feeling, what I felt when I first came to the country. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. And I still go to this area because it has some nice street food, night markets, restaurants, and it's just a change of scenery from other areas in the center of Taipei. Now, when you are here, I'm going back to the map here. This is Minchen West Road. You're still in Taipei. You're basically the center of Taipei metro map. You can get anywhere and everywhere in Taipei, around Taipei, under 35 minutes. Then just one more stop here, Dajiatou. You go across the bridge, and in this area here, you're into New Taipei City now and Sanchong District. So I'm going to be focusing on my search, what I put into the kind of location criteria, and we focus on Taipei Bridge, Jialiu, which is here, and then on this side, Sanchong Elementary School, and then Sanhe Junior High School. So here, as you can see, the yellow line splits off into two different lines. Let me show you on the MRT map now. So a better look here. So that's Minchen West Road, okay? And then as you can see, it splits off into two separate lines. So I'm just going to focus on then, like I said, here and here, here and here. And look, a few others may come into play if it's in that criteria, but also Keep in mind, Sanchong here is the direct airport line, direct airport MRT line. So you can get directly to the airport from this Sanchong MRT, which is great. Now, from around this area, to follow this orange line around into almost downtown area, it's around 20 minutes to 22 minutes. But you are into Taipei City in around 8 minutes. So this is what I was talking about in the intro. This is how you can cut your rental costs, but still put yourself in the area, what is accessible to the city, whilst living a cheaper lifestyle in terms of food, in terms of apartment, and getting bigger size or bigger living space apartment than you would in the center. Believe me, it's true because I've been looking at Minchen West Road, which is a little bit more expensive, but it was overlapping into the Sanchong area. So I saw a few reasonable prices and you was getting 2 bedrooms, 1 or 2 bedrooms, which you'll be paying at least double in Taipei City. So let's get started. I put into the price criteria 20,000 to 30,000 NT a month. Okay, anything below 20,000 NT a month, it's all going to be the same. And you can find places for about 15,000, 16,000. I will show a couple of examples. They're going to be older buildings, but I will include a couple of examples of them for people with that price bracket. So let me just give you 20,000. Let me give you a currency exchange here. It's 675 US dollar, 586 euros, or where's my British pounds? 502 British pounds. So that's 20,000 NT, just to give you a reference. I'll update you with the ones I look at and the prices. So let me start with some, if I can see some newer buildings. Okay, now straight away here, you can see 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms at 28,000 NT. Now, it is also not far from Sanhe Junior High School MRT, 1.6 kilometers. But 28,000 NT, you will not get a 3 bedroom and a 2 bathroom new building place in Taipei City. Let's take a closer look to it. A closer look of it. Now, this doesn't come furnished. However, I can see straight away it is a new building. You've got natural sunlight here. What's happened? Okay, let me go back to if there's any extra maintenance fees after. So you have got the natural sunlight here, which as you see is very nice. It looks like potentially a balcony. You've got a little kitchen unit here. This is going to be the living space. Here's one of the bedrooms. You can see the view. It's got new buildings around it. Nice bright window in one of the bedrooms, walk-in shower. It's got 2 bathrooms, remember? And it looks like it's brand new. That's why there's no furniture in. There's the kitchen unit. That's not a bad living space. For this price, it is very, very useful. Oh, we've gone back to the beginning. Okay. So maybe that's all the photos they had. I'll try and find some more. 28,000, right. It's on the 10th floor of 15th floor building with elevator because it's a new building. Okay. Now, first, there's an extra 1,800 NT maintenance fee because it's a new building. It's got 2 balconies, elevator, natural gas, water heater available. So actually 28, so let's call it 29,000. You can probably bargain for it to 29,000. Let me do the currency exchange for 29,000. So 29, 1, 2, 3, it's 980 USD, 850 euros, or 728 Great British pounds. Okay. And there you go. It's reloaded properly. Let's try and get where the location is here. I've got the location. And as you can see, it's around here, which is really nice riverside area. And it's close to the airport metro line. So it's a further, yeah, it's a fair distance out from where my original search was, Chaliao and Taipei Bridge. However, if you're located here, you can still get access to the yellow line quite easily on the bus routes, or you can head on the purple or blue line, which is the airport line, onto Sanchong, and then you've got your route into Taipei City there. So just giving you an idea on the MRT map. So it's around about here. You can see the arrow, my cursor key here. So you can get either, yeah, it's probably in the middle here. You can get either to here or to here and then into the city. So if you are working from home or you got a family and you want a new building with 3 bedrooms, very nice building. Let's have a better look at all the photos now. Then that is the location you're going to be looking at. Now, that's a nice balcony, and that is a beautiful view as well. And there is the other bathroom. 2 bathrooms are wonderful. There's a bedroom. All the bedrooms have got natural light, which is absolutely beautiful. Okay. So if you are wanting a new building, elevator building, brand new building with 3 bedrooms with natural sunlight, living area with natural sunlight, and still access into Taipei City, and you need 3 rooms, 2 bathrooms, that is going to be more cost effective than Taipei City, where it would be literally double the price or 3 times as much, depending on the location in Taipei. Okay, so this is just giving you a few ideas. So I'm wondering if I can get somewhere a little bit closer, but right now that was 29,000. So let's see what you get. This is on the opposite end of the scale, 23,000, but this is a third floor. Now, I can see it's an old building straight away. It's a third floor of a fifth floor apartment. Now, these older buildings, you still get a good bit of space, but you'll be able to see that it is really old. There's no elevator, so you will have to walk up the 2 floors. Sorry, the 3 floors. But again, it's just giving you an idea of the price, the location, and the kind of building you're looking at as well. Now, it's not going to look very nice compared to one we just looked at, but you are getting 2 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, and a bathroom for 23,000 NT. So let me just get 23,000 NT up here. I'm curious to see what the location is, to see if it's a little bit closer to the MRT. That's 777 USD, £577 or 674 euros. Okay, first of all, let me just have a look at the location. So, to be honest, the location isn't amazing. Chow Liao. So yeah, it is just let me show you on the English map. So there's Chow Liao MRT, and it's around this location near Pizza Hut. Okay, so you have got access again to the MRT, and it's going to take you around 25 minutes into the city. Now, to be honest, if you are looking at an older building like this one, you can still find older buildings at that price in the city, but this one you're probably getting a little bit more space. So let's have a little look at it. There's one of the balconies. Now, that is a very big balcony, to be fair. Yeah, so if you just want space, then there you go. Huge balcony, massive balcony. That's the other end of it. And you got kind of natural sunlight. It feels like you're a little bit caged in. Natural sunlight through the living area. As you can see, it is dated compared to the other one, but you've got nice size, including a nice balcony as well. There's another view. Okay, so that is a decent size for this price, to be fair. If you don't mind the older building styles, some people don't. Oh, it's beyond my comprehension when people are trying to rent out the apartment and they've got stained mattresses and stuff. But sometimes this is just the thinking here. It's really strange. Like, yeah. Anyway, it is kind of furnished, I would say, and there is a window in one of the bedrooms with a stained mattress. There's a kitchen again. It's a huge space, kitchen stroke dining room area. It is dated, but I'm just giving you an example. The bathroom, some people might not think it's for them, but it is kind of a walk-in shower. It's what we call a wet room. There's no dry room because you're showering your feet while you sat on the toilet. And yeah, look, I'm just showing you as an example. This has turned into an example because it's been like taped. The window's been taped up or something. So I've no idea, yeah, what kind of the target market is here, but it has got a lot of space. Washing machine, another little balcony on the other side, another balcony, a bedroom, a huge fridge and freezer. Yeah, so it has got a big load of space. Just very strange, some of the rooms. Let's move off there. Let's find a newer building with or at least a nicer looking building for quite a similar price. Newly decorated two-bedroom apartment. Here we go. Front and back balconies for 23,000. So this is the same price as we just saw, and it's a better location. So 23,000 is the same price as we just saw, and as you can see, it's looking a little bit nicer already. Now, this one is really close to the MRT. As you can see, this is better. So this one here is actually close to Sanchong Elementary School station. So we're looking at here, which is really, really close. So this is a better example. So here you're looking around 20 minutes to get into this area, 22 minutes to get into this area, because look, you just follow the orange line all the way down and then you're getting into downtown. So that isn't bad at all. And this is where you can really find uh, decent prices. So newly decorated, it doesn't look like it's furnished. Oh, I can see a bed a little bit furnishing. It's a fourth floor, so it looks like it's a top floor. It could be rooftop. So what I will say with rooftop apartments, or it might just be the top floor, but in all my previous videos, like I say, rooftop apartments, some of them are legal, some of them are illegal, and you pay more in electricity because it gets hotter. Let me just see. I don't think there is any I don't think there's any extra fee. There's no management fee. Okay. You need 2 months deposit, like always. There's no elevator, so you are going to be walking up these stairs. Fourth floor. Okay. But as you can see, it's a lot cleaner than the other one. It looks a lot brighter. Living room space. We've already got a desk there, but there's no lounge. It just looked like a top floor. So I'm guessing there will be some space outside. We'll see very soon. There's a bedroom with a million wardrobes. Don't know. I couldn't reach the top of them. You need some ladders, but yeah, there's plenty of storage room there, and you got a bed in there. Looks like a window on the left-hand side as well. Is it a window? Possibly, yeah. But it's a bright room. It's got new air conditioning units. So all of these little things, I put in the extra detail because it's things to look out for when you are looking for apartments. Are the AC units new or old? Are they going to need replacing? Are you responsible for it? Here's another one of the bedrooms, smaller, but a nice little study area. And again, it looks nice and bright. Again, it looks like yeah, it does look like a window of some sort here. Uh, Again, numerous storage units, which is very nice if you like your storage units, and a massive fridge and refrigerator and freezer. Nice cooking area as well, which isn't bad. Okay, so it is kind of furnished, just no sofa. Big bathroom. Yes, it isn't separated, but you can put in your own curtain, and the toilet's far enough away not to cause any issues. You have got some sunlight. Yep, there you go. Not bad space. There's a balcony with a lot of sunlight coming through. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's a door to give you access onto this balcony for, or maybe like a window hatch for washing, drying clothes. It's one of them cage ones, but this is going to be an extra space. It looks like you are on the rooftop, so yeah, you would have to check if it bothered you, if it was an illegal dwelling or not, but you would have access to that. Okay, so that is literally like your extra space. You can see people are hanging clothes with the coat hangers there as well, and that's the door into the unit. Okay. So that's another example of a different type what you can get. Here's one, low rent. This one should have an elevator because it's 12 floors of a 12 floor building. 23,000. So this is the same amount as the previous two. So you can just see the difference, okay, now, where the first one had a dirty mattress, then the second one was a bit better, really good location near the MRT. This one allegedly is near the MRT as well, but the previous two didn't have an elevator. This one does have an elevator, as you can see. Is there any extra payment? No, the rent includes management fee, and it looks like it includes Wi-Fi as well. Okay, it's 23,000 a month. It looks like it's top floor. No noisy neighbors above you. 2 bedrooms, 1 living room, 1 bathroom. Let's have a look at the location. Oh, Daihua, Daihua Lu. Daihua Street is like really well known. I'll tell you what, actually, the other side of the bridge, okay? So now it's not far from Bayman, which is turned into a really good location. Let me show you on the map. So it's on the other side of the bridge here. and it's around, there's Bayman. So Bayman is near Ximending and not far from main station. So main station here, Bayman station is here, and it's around here. Okay. So you can get access across the bridge, over the pond into Sanchong District. Okay. But you are in this area here. You got Riverside, which is not bad. Let me show you on the MRT map. Okay, so Bayman Station is around here, so you can see that you are still kind of close to this area, but you're across the bridge, which is even better. So that's a nice little surprise. And it's the similar price as the previous two, but with an elevator. So let's have a look what you get. It says 2 bedrooms. So for this price, elevator, you got some natural sunlight. It's not one of them glorious huge windows, but it's nice. There's no mattress, but there is like a bed structure. Newish air conditioning unit, which is okay. Washing machine, not bad space to be honest. Yeah, not bad at all. And kind of furnished. Look, the bathroom looks quite clean. It looks like a clean place. There's some wardrobes, not as many wardrobes as the last one. There's a bathroom. Yeah, it looks clean. Living space, little miniature fridge, miniature TV. It looks miniature, but look, you have got some space. Aircon unit looks okay. There's another one in the bedrooms. There's another bathroom. It's 2 bathrooms, so that's okay, unless it's the same one. Another room with storage space or wardrobe, a little kitchen area. Okay, so you can cook in here. I think that's a hob, or you can buy your own hot plate. And yeah, look, the colour's a little bit moreish, a little bit dark, but for that price and the location, that isn't bad at all. And you're in an elevator room. Okay, so that's 23,000. Okay, here's one for 29,999. This is 19th floor of 25 floor building. This is a tall building, nice and floppy for the earthquake. So let's have a look at this. This one, 2 bedrooms, 1 living room. Believe it's going to have management fee. Let me check. So we're going to have to add down the price. Yes, 1,700. You can probably knock it down to just 1,000. So let's call it around 30. Let's call it 31,000. 31,000 NT. Now, I'm curious about the location of this. 1,050 USD, 909 euros, or 778 pound. And first we check the location. Not far from Sanchong. Yeah, okay. Not far at all from Sanchong MRT. So you're close to the airport line. Going on to Google Maps here, we're back across the bridge now in Sanchong District. There's Sanchong MRT right here. So if you zoom out, you can get straight onto the airport line. I'm zooming out here, which is this purple and blue line all the way to the airport. Zooming back in. Here's Sanchong MRT. So you're close to the MRT here. And then you're just a couple of stops, 3 stops away, getting across the bridge and then on the way to downtown, around 25 minutes. Not bad at all. But I would say, let's have a look at the building. It is quite pricey. You can get a 30,000 place closer to Taipei. But hey, I'm sharing the Sanchong district, or the area of Sanchong district. And let's see, it is nice and bright, as you can see. If you like that kind of thing, you got half a man's body there, which is great. But for 30,000, I'm surprised at the price. And the wall's all broken. Oh dear. What's happened? Maybe it's someone's put pictures on or something. It is a bright room, new AC unit, new kitchen unit. It is not a bad size, natural sunlight. Does look a bit battered. The rooms, it's a balcony area, washing machine, and that's it. That's a strange one, that. But it is really close in terms of MRT. Yeah, it's a bit strange one for 30,000. I'm sorry, but again, that's just showing you an example. So you are looking at things. If you're not hired my services to help you look for a place, you have got to be careful about these things. You don't want to be paying over the odds, and that's why it's good to give you these crappier examples so I can just go through a few things with you and you can kind of see what I think is worth the value and what probably isn't. So yeah, look, and around that price range, you are going to get some nice furnished ones. Here's another one, 29,000, which is, similar price. This one's furnished. It's going to be an older building. It's 4 floors. It's at the top floor of the fourth floor. So this is just to give you another idea. I'm checking, yeah, there's no elevator here. There's no management fee. But again, if you're looking for a furnished place, 2-bedroom place, this is near the MRT, about 400 meters from Chaoliao MRT. Oh yeah, it's even not far from Taipei Bridge. So if we're looking here, you're around here in the middle of Chaoliao, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, and Taipei Bridge. So you have got really close access to the MRT. If we're looking on the map here, it's just in between here. So you are really getting into Taipei around 20 minutes, which isn't bad at all. And it's a shame there's no elevator, but it's coming furnished. And it looks like they are pushing the prices up. Cat friendly. Now, when you see things about cat friendly, it means they probably had a cat in there already. And that can get stuck into the air conditioning units. Just be aware of that because it blows it out and it does go heavy on your lungs. So, look, it looks well looked after. It is well furnished and a nice space. It looks clean. There's the map. It shows you. So that's the selling point. But again, for this price range, yes, you're in good areas, but good refrigerator, everything is in place. It is a 2-bedroom one with some natural sunlight, balcony. Yes, it's not bad, but for that price, can you get an elevator building? Yes. You got older cooking hob, you got a separate kitchen. There's one of the bedrooms, okay, not a bad size. Is that the same one? No, yeah, it looks like the same one. Then there's another bedroom. So 2 good-sized bedrooms. Bathroom is like old style. We've got like a weird kind of poor man. I say poor man because we call it like, if you go to Ibiza and you want to go to a poor man's Ibiza, you'll say like, oh, Magaluf or something like that. Okay, I don't actually mean like a poor person's bath would live there. It's a cute bath. And there's another kind of outside balcony area. Okay, so look, it might be a cup of tea. For that price, I wouldn't mind an elevator. Okay. Um, but it is fully furnished and it has got 2 bedrooms and it is a good location. If you wanted something like that in the main areas of the city, it would be a little bit more potentially, or it could be similar price, or you could get a smaller place for similar price, but in an elevator building. Here's one where it is cheaper for the price you're paying. So this one's 23,500 NT. Elevator building, 1 bedroom, 1 living room. Okay, so if you're going for 2 bedrooms, it's going to be 28,000 towards 30,000. If you're going for a 1 bedroom one, I pay just looking at it now, elevator building like this, it will probably be closer to 30,000 NT in main Taipei areas. So this one is a good price where you are getting a bit of a discount. Okay, there's going to be a maintenance fee, I'm guessing. No, management fee and cleaning fee of the building is included, elevator building. It's good. Let's have a look at the location. Location wise, dun, dun, dun. This area here, you've got a choice of MRT stations on the yellow line, so it's not a disaster. It is accessible. It is a whole floor apartment, your own nice space, and it looks furnished. Let's have a look. It looks okay, actually. You have got natural sunlight into living room, fully furnished. It looks like a new sofa. Night, you got a TV, washing machine and dryer, which is great. It looks nice and clean. So for this price compared to the others, you get good value. It's not a 2 bedroom one. And there's the bedroom. Is a bedroom part of a living room? No, it is actually a separate area, which is quite a large space, as you can see. Not bad at all. It looks like the toilet is like an ensuite kind of styly.
Natural sunlight, great. Unfortunately, showers touching distance of a crapper, of a toilet. And that's another view. Oh, you got natural sunlight with the windows. That bedroom is nice. It's not bad, actually. So for this price again, you got wardrobe. It's not bad at all. Elevator room. You have got a cooking area. You got a sink. You know what? Your own space for that price, for that location, it's not bad. You would struggle to find a place of that size, of that cleanliness, and fully furnished with natural sunlight, not disastrously far from MRT stations with access into Taipei City. You would be looking around 27, 28,000. Some people try and get 30,000 out you for that in main areas of Taipei City. So that's an example where you will be saving quite a lot on there. Okay. And other than that, yeah, some of them are trying their luck. Here's one, another one, 22,800. Okay. So it's a top floor one. So again, elevator building and it comes nicely furnished. Okay, so here's another one, 22,800. Oh, Luzhou. So it is a bit further down, but again, getting a bit further down here, okay, but it looks like a good size further down here. But even then, you get on the MRT here, you go across, and you're into Taipei. Like it really isn't that difficult if, well, this is what the video is about, Sanchong area, if you don't want to be directly into Taipei, because you don't have to be, you don't mind traveling 20, 25 minutes or a little bit more into Taipei. So it looks like this one is going to be fully furnished again. It's the ninth floor of a ninth floor building. This is the last one I will do. Yeah, you're only 200 meters from Luzhou MRT. Comes with washing machine, balcony. There's 800 NT management fee, which is what, £20, about 20, 26 USD. Yeah, so it takes it to around 23,000 again, but that's not a bad space. It's very spacious. You got a lot of storage, big sofa here. There's another view of a living room. You got a bedroom, which isn't bad space. Small kitchen unit, kitchen area, okay. So you know what? You can't grumble at that space really. Bathroom looks a little bit dated. You have got this outside space, so it looks like it could be a rooftop. It says the ninth floor of a ninth floor building, so it might be a legal one, but you have got all this outdoor space, which is nice. It may be an elevator building, and then you have to walk up 4 or 5 steps to get there. But if you want something like that, extra space, this is a very spacious apartment. New washing machine. There's your view. There's a community. It isn't a brand new community, but it's not totally old either. Yeah, so that's your own private rooftop, it looks like. Okay, do with it as you wish with an outside sink. You can have barbecues. Some people put swimming pool, paddling pools on there as well, and a big refrigerator. As you saw, there were some older buildings, some dirtier buildings, some higher price range towards 30,000, and then you had price range toward 22 to 23,000. If you want to get an older building with potentially no bedroom and just like a studio open plan area, okay, you would be able to get something around 20,000. However, look, it's going to be an older building like the ones I showed you, so just be prepared for that. I did talk through a few prime things to look for, like the rooftops, like the air conditioning units, locations from the MRT, and the price you're paying. You can make a saving. You can make around 30% off if you get the right place. I showed you a couple of good ones, which literally would be 30% more expensive in certain areas of Taipei City. In the main areas of downtown, it'll be closer to 30, 40, even 50% people are trying it on now these days. Okay, so that area takes you out a little bit away from Taipei. However, you have got access. You do get a lot more space, especially if you don't mind going to the top of the building. You might even get some rooftop space to have a barbecue and a chair and table on some fake grass. If you want more videos on Taiwan and Taipei life and living, hit the playlist right now.